Hello everyone. Today let us see about John Dryden. Dryden was the greatest man of letters of his time. He was not only its greatest poet but also its greatest prose writer and its greatest dramatist. This rare combination of goods made him a unique figure in English literature. Dryden was an English poet, literary critic, translator, and playwright who was appointed England's first poet laureate in 1668. He is seen as dominating the literary life of Restoration England to such a point that the period came to be known in literary circles as the Age of Dryden. Dryden was born in 1631 in a respectable family. He was educated at Westminster School and Trinity College. He started writing for the stage and it continued to be his main occupation. He obtained his BA in 1654. He received a classical education at Westminster School and Trinity College, Cambridge. After John Donne and John Milton, John Dryden was the greatest poet of the 17th century. He published his first important poem, Heroic Stanzas, a eulogy on Cromwell's death. In 1660, Dryden celebrated the restoration of the monarchy and the return of Charles II with Austria Redux. Dryden wrote many minor poems, some of them are heroic stanzas on the death of Cromwell. Annus Mirabilis and Alexander Feast, his minor poems are still fresh in their lyrical beauty. Alexander Feast is one of the most powerful poems in the language. The power of musical, which is its theme, has been brilliantly displayed. Dryden's major poems are three satires, two religious poems, and a few translations. Absalom and Ahithophel. It's his most famous political satire. The poem is an allegory that uses the story of the rebellion of Absalom against King David as the basis for discussion of the background to the Monmouth Rebellion, 1685. The Murder, 1682. Early in 1682, Dryden published another attack on Shaftesbury and his followers, The Murder. The controlling fiction of the poem is the two sides of the murder, one with a portrait of Shaftesbury, the other with a portrait of the city of London. Mac Faulkner. It's a verse-marked heroic satire. It's a direct attack on Thomas Shadwell, another prominent poet of the time. Dryden denies Shadwell the lineage he has acclaimed to be a new son of Burn because of his dedication to a comedy of humors. Charles II died in 1685 and was succeeded by his Catholic brother James II. Within less than a year, Dryden and his two sons were converted to Catholicism. As a result, he was dismissed by William III and Mary II in 1688 after he refused to swear on the oath of allegiance, remaining loyal to James II. Then Thomas Shadwell succeeded him as poet laureate. The Hind and the Panther. It's a poem in three parts. It's Dryden's longest poem. In this poem, Dryden celebrated his conversion to Roman Catholicism. Annus Mirabilis. It's a poem published in 1667. It commemorated 1665 to 1666, the year of miracles of London. His famous works are A Song for St. Cecilia's Day and Alexander Feast or The Power of Music. These poems are remarkable for they exhibit Dryden's astonishing power of arguing in verse. Dryden was the dominant literary figure and influence of his age. He established the heroic couplet as a standard form of English poetry. Dryden's heroic couplet became the dominant poetic form of the 18th century. Alexander Pope was heavily influenced by Dryden and often borrowed from him. After William Shakespeare and Ben Jonson, he was the greatest playwright. His first play, The Wild Gallant, appeared in 1663, was not successful. After Shakespeare, he wrote the greatest heroic play of the century, The Conquest of Granada. The greatest tragicomedy, Marriage a la Mode. The greatest tragedy of the Restoration, All for Love, 1677. He adapted a number of Shakespeare's plays, including The Tempest and All for Love, a retelling of Antony and Cleopatra. As a translator, most of the work of his last years was in translation. Dryden translated works by Horace, Juvenal, Ovid, Lucretius, and Theocritus. His translations of the Aeneid remains the best ever produced in English. Fables, Ancient and Modern, 1700. It's a collection of translations of classical and medieval poetry. It's a series of episodes from Homer, Ovid, and Boccaccio, as well as modernized adaptation from Geoffrey Chaucer. With Dryden's own poems, it was his last and one of his greatest works. Dryden died 2 months later. John Dryden died in London on May 12, 1700 and was buried in Westminster Abbey next to Chaucer. Thank you.